I sense that Mr. Peru is about to surprise us too.
I believed in him. I followed him to the best of my ability. I championed his ideas, defended his decisions, and then, without even realizing it, I became lost.
Now that I've told you everything, you want to take my place, do you? No. I am Emily. You are wasting your time. Louis knows very well how to tell us apart.
Someone had the bang coming from the Duchess's room, and she isn't answering.
Louis, you really must learn to conceal your weaknesses better, if you don't want your foes to use them against you.
Our desire is to steer the destiny of our respective countries for the good of all, and to no longer suffer the random hazards of history.
It is the natural order of things, Monsieur de Richet. There have always been men who govern other men. That is simply the way it is.
History forgets them with a disconcerting facility. No one speaks about them, and yet they whisper in the ears of kings and presidents. But where are we?
I don't know, but we better not hang around. Be careful, Mother. As if me saying that will make any difference. Knowing Mortimer, I wouldn't be surprised if he rigged his crypt with traps.
So you think the door is not enough?
Do you want to wager your other hand?
You've got a point there. We have to find that weapon. What do you know about the Holy Lance, Louis?
The what?
The Lance of Longinus the Centurion.
Yes, the centurion that pierced the side of Christ with his lance. That weapon naturally became a holy relic.
Exactly.
Seriously? You don't really believe that fable, do you?
Every fable is founded on true events. I'm not saying that everything adds up, but imagine if it really did exist.
Very well. Now what?
Well, now you know what you need to find.
Pardon?
I have to get to the wharf to prepare our departure. Let's get off this cursed island as quickly as we can. We shall come back when we are ready and armed.
But hang on.
Louis, let's first get to safety. We shall come back when we have the upper hand. Fear not. You take care of getting the lance. It's imperative. I'll take care of preparing our departure.
Hang on. At least tell me everything you know about this lance.
But I have never seen it. There's nothing else I can say, Louis. Well, you can always go snooping around Mortimer's study. I remember seeing paintings of Longinus there.
Hang on a second.
What's the matter?
Why did you shoot Emily's sister?
Do you really think now is the right time for this?
All right, we'll do it your way.
One more thing. If they find you in possession of the lance, they won't let you get away with it. Choose only one and hide it under your jacket so you don't get caught with it. Then run and meet me on the wharf.
And if I get caught?
If they catch you in possession of the lance, we're all doomed. Do you understand?
Perfectly.
Good. And go talk to Piaggi. He's the one who probably knows the most about this.
Конечно, мне назад идти или что, значит, или сюда куда дичь.
This sarcophagus is engraved with the name of Clemens III. Good God! The one whose cross allowed me to enter. This sarcophagus is beautifully made, but ancient. The stone is marked by the passage of time, but it's really well preserved. Bible must mean the lance which finally took the life of Christ. The four Gospels each give an account of the death of Christ. Let's see what they can tell me about the lance. There's nothing about the lance in this account of the crucifixion. This apostle does not mention the lance in his description of the death of Christ. Ah, there.
When they came to Jesus and saw that he was dead already, they broke not his legs, but one of the soldiers with a shimmering lance pierced his side, and forthwith there came out blood and water. And he that saw it bore witness, and his record is true, and he knoweth that he saith true, that ye might believe. A shimmering lance? What is this telling me?
Medieval Hermetic traditions evoke the idea of using noble materials for relics, which the monasteries often made themselves in order to attract pilgrims. Of course, they had to inspire greatness. So here, we might think of gold, whereas a centurion could not have hoped for anything better than copper at the time. The true lance would not have been a luxurious weapon.
Atrus, the Miller brothers. Mother expressly forbade me from reading it. The lock is surrounded by a triple circle.
Your Eminence, would you have a moment to spare?
Not now, Louis. Please, leave me alone.
I beg your pardon?
I want to be alone.
Very well. I'm only searching for information about the lance of Longinus, the soldier. If you could...
Not listening to me. You are playing with fire.
I heard you speak to Mr. von Wollner about it, and I was wondering if you could tell me something about it.
That was a private conversation. How could I have known that he was listening to us?
I see what you mean.
Louis, don't push it. Leave while you still can.
Your Eminence, are you all right? Your Eminence, are you with me? Can you turn around, please?
What do you want to know about the Holy Lands, Louis?
Your Eminence, turn around.
This is the weapon used by a Roman centurion on the very day Christ was nailed to the cross.
Look at me.
Longinus thrust his lance in the right side of Jesus.
Please.
As you wish.
His nose is bleeding.
So you are looking for the Holy Lance of Longinus, are you?
Of course not, Your Eminence.
Come now, Louis. Please don't insult me. It's just a pity that you have no idea why you are looking for it. You are looking for the lance. You should know, you are not the only one. Lord Mortimer has spent a good part of his life and his fortune trying to find it. Never will he let you have it. But tell me, before going any further, have you spoken to anyone else about this?
No. You are the first I've spoken to about it, Your Eminence.
Come now, Louis. Are you quite sure of that?
No, Your Eminence. I thought you'd be the only one able to help me with it.
Your words lack conviction, Louis. If I'm asking you all these things, it's for your own good. You have no reason to lie to me. Louis, you should abandon your project. I say this for your own good. You will only get burned if you embark on this enterprise. Leave the lands where it is. Too many people have suffered because of it.
Please excuse me, Your Eminence. I'm in a terrible hurry.
Of course you are. And you won't listen to my advice.
Don't worry about me, Your Eminence. Everything is fine.
Good luck.
Выглядит как провал сейчас, конечно, просто провал. Да. Какой же провал. Кошмар какой-то, просто кошмар. Ну, блин, я не хотел говорить, ну ты должна знать, что я еще. Тупость, конечно.
Good evening, Mr. President.
Good evening.
Если я не хочу.
I'm back on the trail of my mother again. I don't have time to explain, but would you know anything about the Holy Lance?
That's good news. But be careful, Louis. You might end up getting noticed.
Do you know anything or not?
No, I regret I don't. But why not ask von Wallner? Theology is his field, after all.
That's an idea. In that case, I'll try and find him.
You are keeping up the good work, I see. But I'm telling you, keep your guard up. Everyone is rather on edge right now.
You're right. Thanks for everything, Mr. President.
See you later.
Saint Longinus. Let's take a closer look at his lance. It is shaped like a leaf, like the real lance, maybe. How can I be sure? Hey, looks like there's a symbol engraved on the tip. Yes, a fish. The Christian fish, no doubt. It can't be a coincidence. It must have been done on purpose. Huh. Good thing I took a closer look. Hey, looks like there's a symbol engraved on the tip. Yes, a fish. The Christian fish, no doubt. It can't be a coincidence. It must have been done on purpose. Huh. Good thing I took a closer look. I think this statue does represent Longinus, armed with a lance that wounded Jesus, the Holy Lance. How can I find out if this is an exact representation? There's no way of being certain of it. Hey, looks like there's a symbol engraved on the tip. Yes, a fish. The Christian fish, no doubt. It can't be a coincidence. It must have been done on purpose. Huh. Good thing I took a closer look.
А что это значит? Значит, нет или это что да, я не понимаю. Алло.
Hey, looks like there's a symbol engraved on the tip. Yes, a fish. The Christian fish, no doubt. It can't be a coincidence. It must have been done on purpose. Huh. Good thing I took a closer look. Adoration of the Shepherds with Saints Longinus and John, Giulio Romano, 1534. Longinus is holding the Holy Lance in his left hand, and I'll bet he's holding the sponge soaked in holy blood in the other hand. Yes! Here we can see that the Holy Lance is represented in the shape of a spear. I better make sure I check this twice. It's a work that dates from the Renaissance. And there's nothing to say that it's not based on erroneous elements. This work is an order from Lord Mortimer. All the details have been conceived with a specific goal in mind. Upon closer examination, you can see that even the style clashes with that of most of the other works in the manor. No. If Mortimer has taken special care as the conception and the exhibition of this painting in his study in the same way as for the nightmare painting, it must be of some significance. And that is indeed the true shape of the Holy Lance, a spear shape. But I believe what I read in the letter from Milan addressed to Mortimer. There's every reason to believe that this painting has been modified according to his guidelines to represent the true shape of the Holy Lance, a spear shape. There's only one way of being sure. I'll have to find other clues that will confirm this information. It seems like he isn't here. What a mess. Looks like Volnor was interrupted. A lot like straw. And he's drawn something in a hurry on this sheet. I get the feeling that I've seen that somewhere before. Yes, it's definitely a drawing of the Lock of Al-Azif. Volnor must have kept a copy. Table of alchemical symbols. Someone circled the zinc symbol. The signs of obscurantism. The alchemist is a young man. Chemistry set. That's not surprising coming from von Volnor. So, let's see what Volnor has in his bookcase. A few works on religions, 2 scientific essays about human thought. Most of these works are on alchemy. Longini Militis Fabulum. Ah! What have we here? It looks like a kind of biography on Longinus the Centurion. Truly, Volnor has done everything he can to get information about that lance. I'd better keep this one, though.
Richet?
Damn! That's all I need. Maybe he knows something about the lance.
What are you doing in my room?
Well, sir, I see you have some captivating books, and you seem to be rather interested in the famous Longinus.
No, it's... what's it to do with you?
I overheard you speaking with Piaggi. What are you two up to, exactly?
No, Oh, fine. Yes. We are looking for the Holy Lance. That imbecile has given Mortimer all the ones kept in the private collection of the Holy See. But it's not what you think. Hang on a minute. You're the one looking for the lance.
No,
Don't take me for a fool. You are looking for the Holy Lances.
Так, Ага.
What's the matter? You seem completely panicked at the idea I might be interested in this relic.
No, that's not true.
What are you so afraid of?
I'm not afraid.
You know Mortimer's got it, so you're not worried that I'd give it back to him.
What are
so
you?
why are you so terrified of me being able to find it?
You have no idea what it is you're looking for. What are you playing at, Richet? Mortimer's the one who has that cursed lance.
How long have you been looking for it?
Ah, I see. You want it, and so you plan to steal it from Mortimer.
For a long time. Isn't that right?
Why, you little swine! You're planning to give it to Sir Gregory. You're looking to double-cross me and Piaggi too.
What on earth is he talking about? All right, calm down. I don't give a damn about getting you and Sir Gregory's bad books. Look at yourself, goddammit, you're ridiculous.
Shut it! Don't think you're going to fool me so easily. If you're not looking for the lance for Sir Gregory, then why do you want it?
But calm yourself, goddammit. You're the one I'm trying to help.
What? What?
I heard you talking with His Eminence, and it seemed to me that this story about the lances had put you in a tight spot. I was only trying to be helpful.
But why didn't you tell me straight away?
Seeing as I hadn't found it, I didn't want to commit myself too quickly. If I failed, I would look like a beginner.
I understand, Louis. I thought you were trying to manipulate me. But please, excuse me. I got a little bit carried away. But you can't get ahead by staying in the shadows on a case like this. There are already several of us searching for the Lance of Longinus. And it would be smarter to pool our information.
Unfortunately, I've barely made any progress. I'm still trying to find out what the original lance really looked like.
Ah, let me reassure you, we've all been there, given the number of copies there are in existence. It also took us quite some time to discover its true shape. Many believe the central part of the head of the lance to be covered in gold, whereas, in truth, its center is made of an alloy of copper and iron.
That does make sense. In those times, a centurion wouldn't have any chance of possessing a lance made of gold.
Ah, that is the perversion of Christian idolatry. A copper lance could not have been noble enough to pierce the side of Christ.
Anyway, thank you, sir.
You're welcome, Louis. Keep me posted as to your research. We're bound to end up recovering it.
I'm counting on it. See you later. I managed to get the biography of Longinus the Centurion. Let's see what it can teach me. An interesting passage here tells me that the lance is engraved with the symbol of the first Christians, the fish.
Monsieur say.
Monsieur Jacques Perru. Dear Monsieur Perru.
All right. I've retrieved everything.
President George Washington. Monseigneur, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi. The Cardinal's not in his room. I bet he went back to stuffing himself.
Внезапно куда-то решил зайти, ничего себе. С чего вдруг мне сюда дали дойти?
My dear Giuseppe, poor health forbids me from joining you. Please thank Sir Gregory for his invitation to Lord Mortimer's. I'm convinced you'll be able to strengthen our agreements. Please tell Sir Gregory that his enterprise concerning our friend, Cardinal Bishop Chiaramonti, is following its course. I place my trust in you. May God bless you and give you protection. SS Giovanni Angelico Braschi. Amber crystals. The Lying Girl by Boucher. Here's The Rape of the Daughters of Leucippus by Rubens. Surprising choice for His Eminence Piaggi. Love Triumphant by Caravaggio. Now there's someone for whom the sex of angels is no mystery. John the Baptist, Youth with a Ram by Caravaggio. A very sensual vision and very far from the usual representations of St. John. Let's have a look at his personal papers. Of course, it's in Latin, the language of the church. Damn it. I should have followed my mother's advice and spent more time studying the classics. Let's have a look at his personal papers. Of course, it's in Latin, the language of the church. All those hours of learning Latin declensions are going to pay off in the end. Mother will be proud. Now this could be interesting. Let's say a sancte. Various representation criteria, of which are shown the most common throughout the centuries, and in different forms. If Piaggi's notes are anything to go by, the weapon I'm looking for is shaped like a tapered spear. And that should help me identify it. Honey, I couldn't have hoped for better. The Cardinal's not in his room. I bet he went back to stuffing himself. Honey, I couldn't have hoped for better.
Мне кажется, уже пора. Тут уже целый лист, не помню. Подожди, а как это делается-то? Я что-то не помню. Кстати, неплохо.
The Song of Roland. Roland. Ah, François Ier, Receiving the Holy Family, a painting by Raphael. The Company by Rembrandt. A meeting between Louis XIV and Philippe V. I wonder why Mortimer's particularly fond of this painting. The Last Supper by Leonardo da Vinci. The last day before his crucifixion, Jesus announces that he will be betrayed by one of his disciples.
Нам прям свалить дадут, интересно. Что-то подозрительно будет, если... Ой, какая огромная. Я сейчас испугался, на самом деле, даже. Вот этой тени. Так, надо опять пробежать этот долбанный лабиринт. Кто это придумал? Елки-палки. Мортимер Руфлеш. Опять, да? Это не так сложно, как но бывает сложно. А вот это хорошо. Это хорошо, я все еще не могу найти, как туда попасть в лабиринт, я не пойму. Может быть, здесь все-таки как... Нет. Сюда, здесь тупик, да? Нет, не тупик. Неплохо. Главное, что пока есть всякие там вот эти вот мед, это вся ерунда, это очень важно. Правда, это очень важно. Единственное, что я не понимаю, откуда мне взять копье. Вопрос-то, конечно, миллион, где я его должен взять. Вообще логично, что я его должен взять вот там где-то. А это что, подожди секунду. Зачем мне гвоздь? Может, реально где-то здесь. А где, подожди, это же миллиард мест. Где же я его возьму-то, интересный вопрос.
This one has no name. I wonder who it was for. This one has no name. I wonder who it was for.
Сейчас что-нибудь делаем. Мортимера найдем. Ну как, могилу. Это был бы ровно, на самом деле. А это куда? Часть лежит.
I can see that this spear has a so-called leaf shape. It is copper rimmed. I can see the tip is engraved with the symbol of the Eye of Ra. Well, here we can see this lance has a leaf shape, is gold rimmed, and a fish is engraved on the tip.
Нам лист нужен, это важно.
I can see that this lance has the shape of a boar spear.
Так.
The blade is partially coated in copper, and
Так.
I can just make out the
Нет.
symbol of the Eye of Ra engraved on the tip.
Вот это очень похоже, наверное. Потому что она
I can
лежит.
see this lance has a spear shape, it is copper rimmed, and it has been engraved with the symbol of the Christian fish on the tip. I must be sure of my choice. I cannot get it wrong. Am I absolutely sure this is the one to take?
Вообще то, что есть здесь карты, это, конечно, норм тема, да. Чтобы помнить про это не только сейчас. Интересно, а что будет, если я выберу левое? Вот реально, а что будет, если я левое выберу? Мне вот реально интересно. Все, ГГ, минус. Минус, все. Меня прям вот так прям выпустил, да? Да не верю. Мне типа всем похрен, на что они будут. Да похрен, что я не нашел все дубликаты, мне нафиг не надо. Часть пофигу, вообще пофигу на это все.
I'm already pressed for time as it is. Mother's waiting for me on the wharf.
de Richet, sticking your nose everywhere again.
Wow, what's the matter with him? Excuse me, monsieur. I don't follow you.
I haven't come
Так, подожди.
this way just to...
Это что?
Hey, so close to the goal.
Why? What are you talking about?
I am talking about what you are doing. This conference is going to boost my career. There is no question of me letting you ruin everything. I just surprised Piaget and Volner talking. You are about to rob Mortimer. Give me what you took from him, immediately.
Let's keep calm, please. I don't know what you're talking about. I'll have to cut this short, quick. Look, I don't know what you're going on about, and I don't have time for this right now.
Don't bank on getting rid of me so easily, de Richet. Where have you been?
Так, подожди. Где? Елки-палки, еще бы знать, что он там.
Did Lord Mortimer tell you you could trust me?
Yes, but...
So, I'm working for him right now, and you're wasting my time with your questions. Look, if he hasn't taken you into his confidence, then you shouldn't know yet.
I'll soon figure out what you are up to. And I am convinced that you have indeed robbed Mortimer. The game is up. Give me what you took from him.
You know, this is becoming an obsession with you.
Show me what you are carrying, or I will call the servants.
Хортус Дерикариум, что это такое? Ничего не понимаю вообще. Пусть будет это, я хз.
Very well. Fair is fair. You've exposed me. Here, this is what I took from him. Look, I'm sorry. I acted on a bizarre impulse.
I don't know either, and frankly, you have disappointed me. That said, it is not as bad as I thought it would be. Right. We'll leave it there. I'm glad that things have been cleared up.
So, are we finished here?
Indeed we are. I shall leave you.
That's right. Go play somewhere else. See you later, monsieur. Come on. I have to hurry up and join my mother at the wharf now.
Давайте только без вот этих вот ваших пацанов еще раз. Давайте без них. Не надо. Блин, мне кажется, это так легко никто не даст. Это было только начало. Я чувствую, что я не помню, как выйти отсюда, во-вторых. Да. Так, во-первых, здесь можно открыть.
The lock is surrounded by a triple circle.
Ключ с тремя этими. 5.
I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later. I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later. I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later. I have no space left.
I'll retrieve it later.
Велик еще где-то взять, еще один, а? Ёлы-палы, это что вы такие? Сидите-то все, а? Как вытитаться на тебе? Уже нет выхода вроде. Ёлы-палы. Или мне прям не дадут прям так выйти? Хрен там, да, я понял, мне не дадут выйти.
Ah, Louis. Perfect timing.
As luck would have it.
Come, my boy. I would like to have a word with you.
ГГ.